don't know why I'm feeling so drained. No, Deem. No. No.
Don't be so serious.
Don't be so serious. You don't be serious. Mm.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. My foot.
Oh, Mom.
Hmm.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but that's why you're not getting it no
Just
more.
Dory's here.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're really talking about, but just go inside. Stop playing on my door. What happened right there? What is this? What is that?
Mosquito.
A mosquito? And what's those little bumps?
It's too itchy.
Oh. Alright, so somebody's praying for the whole people of our child was exercised in virtues and holding up his hands, pray for all the people of the Jews. But I saw this earlier. It was a lion or a tiger or something that was like praying with flowers all over him, like tattoos or something. And then we had this energy here with the King of Cups or the King of the King. I don't know this is a king. Somebody's in reverse. The vision and okay, let's just read this real quick. I'm just reading it in chunks, remember, and then we just doing reads because I feel like somebody's like, "You're behind, dude." I'm tired. Now the vision was in the manner because again, just because it happened don't mean it happened the right way. Just because something already happened doesn't mean the right people were involved. That's the big thing. Because if these people have already read the Akashic and they've already showed the whole people this, those people can do it, but they may be doing something wicked with the energy, or they're presenting other people, oh no, this is the son of this. This is, and that's just not the truth. It's not the right people. Okay? If you want to look at it in real time. Now the vision was in the manner Onias, who had been high priest, a good and virtuous man, modest in his looks, gentle in his manner, and graceful in his speech, who from a child was exercised in virtues, holding up his hands, prayed for all the people. Wait, for all the people of the Jews. Well, that's a strange way to word it. Hold on, I just thought I brought another. Thought I just brought another deck out here. Oh, I didn't have any tarot. Alright. Yeah. Somebody's unhappy. I feel like if they lying, maybe this person is really a girl, or maybe like a girl is this person, but this boy is being placed in a position, or I just feel like somebody's telling a lie or something with this on top of the deck. Like somebody didn't grow up in a happy family. This could be somebody that's also jealous of people with a happy family. I find this more in like families where there's all girls and all boys and one girl, and the girl is spoiled. I find this in families, and the girl gets her way all the time, or in many cults or many poly groups. You could have grown up and you thought that you knew some people, right? You could have thought that the people, you met somebody, you move into a neighborhood and you like, hey, how nice to meet you or whatever. All these people live in one house. Okay. Because remember when Hispanics start first coming over, there's like a lot of people in one house, and then they get on their shit and they help each other and they get out. And then 1, 2, 3, the people be gone doing their own thing. But I'm thinking not even that point. I'm thinking the point of like some of us that thought we grew up with big families and these were really like a mini cult or a mini poly group or a mini, you know, coven or something like this, or your neighbors or whatever. But whatever this is, this could have also led to somebody's death. Could be finding out that somebody wasn't somebody's family. They was a sacrifice, or they was a secret. I'm about to say arranged marriage kid, a secret um, foreign exchange child or student, or you know, the black sheep, because your coming into a family unit was strange, or I don't know, whether you're the last one left of a certain group and somebody took you in, or they came and surrounded themselves around you to feast off of you and your finances after like slaughtering somebody's whole like plants. You could be the plant, the family could be the whole, all the other people in the family could be the plant, and you the one that's the original. We're talking about family dynamics like this, secret societies. Because I feel like when I started hearing about secret societies and everybody's talking about online, I never ran into nobody that looked at it this way. They always had us looking up at Hollywood and the stars and saying, oh, secret societies or government secret societies. They never explained it as if these motherfuckers is right next door to you in your neighborhood. So this is how I'm looking at it here. And all these people grab a piece, they secretly grab a piece of the child or the chosen one, and then they get mad like, oh, you're a snitch, or I never, you never asked me if you could have my energy. You never asked me if I wanted you to share my energy with these people. You never asked me any of this stuff. You understand? But they want to make it like you did, so all the things that they do to you, it'll be like you did it, it was your will to do it, or nobody asked you if it's your free will. Nobody knows if it's true, if somebody's saying it's your free will. Oh, the person said I could have a soul. Like, motherfucker, hold on. I mean, this is a serious thing here. If somebody is saying that somebody gave somebody their soul, man, this is, where is the evidence for this? Where's the documentation? This must be a lengthy process for somebody to actually give their soul to somebody. Like, oh, I just like you and I think you should have it. Like, wait a minute, when did this happen? Because I feel like it could be a cover up for something else. Okay, so we got the man down energy here. So we got the king in reverse. That's supposed to be, we reading about this, supposed to be virtuous man. We got the family was in the reverse. And then we have whoever this is. A man down. This could be a dynamic where there's a stepfather or your baby mama got a baby daddy, or a husband or an ex-husband or an ex-boyfriend or a dead husband or something like this. I just see a family twice, like somebody being followed around when they was with their original husband. They supposedly had these kids by the person. That person dies, they get a new man. Okay? They get a new man. They move in, hang out with them and their kids, and that person in reverse. It's something about, I don't know, something that's not whatever they saying in this Bible. Something is not that. This is like tit for tat. One group, some witches kill somebody's father, and then a demon's father, a father figure in a demon society, and then 10 years later the demons killed, they find out what happened with that for real, and then they go kill that person. Like, I don't know, these like little wars or something like this. And you don't just take prayer for anybody, from anybody, because you don't know what they're actually praying for. But this person prayed for all the people of the Jews. And there's words missing here. These are spaced out words in that particular sentence. So there could have been more things there. Okay, there could be more to that story. Yeah, see, we got the Queen of Cups here. This praying, this could be also somebody doing readings for a whole group of people. like they trying to help them, but somebody is the number one handler, and that's how they know everybody's business. They're not gifted like me or you. This person eats on these niggas or these people, and this is how this person knows all what they know. This is somebody that seen you when you was a little, and they knew what your prophecy was on your life, and they was helping these people feed, and they got the part they bought. The other people like, yeah, let me get that, but this person knew what it was that was the most powerful piece that other people wouldn't be looking at as that. Or they could have said, yeah, nobody care about that. The soul, we need the money, we need the this. Somebody made it like everything else was more important for these people to want to get, to make them drive to start stripping from this person. But they knew the one thing that everybody like, oh no, I don't want that. You just take that piece or whatever. And somebody's like, oh, I can't, and they knew that that was the most valuable piece, right? These could be people that think they all that because the way they think, or they don't think that they need nobody else's gifts mentally or something. They think they already got it. They might even be afraid to obtain somebody else's mental gifts or mental notes because it could be something that you might regret later. So people were taking more outer, you know, oh, this person is the privileged lady, give me that. This person is the world card. Oh, this come with this protection. Give me that. Oh, the person is galactic, or the person is like this, and they could, or Westworld energy. That means I can make more of myself. Give me that. Like somebody was taking these pieces, whatever, but somebody knew something about the Ace of Cups, though. Queen of Cups energy, and this Hermit or this Virgo want everybody to know. I feel like a Virgo young male or something. Maybe this woman met this male at a young age in life. I hope it doesn't, because 9/11, it just seemed like a lot of shit that happened in 9/11 with the over the past couple of years has something to do with this since 9/11. And somebody could have been captive since 9/11 with a woman, and this woman, you know, like kidnapped and raped this male or something and groomed them. They loved you. Somebody wanted that same love from this man, and that same admiration, and that same I got him. You know what I'm saying? This is my man, and the person is willing to do anything for you. You call crying at 12 o'clock at night. That person is coming. And people could have said that you or I did spell work to make somebody else, but it could be these people that did spell work and told these people about what you were worth, and told them, like, if you just stay there for 7 years and do X, Y, and Z, you're gonna be the one to be able to walk away with the money, and the girl or the boy ain't never gonna know. You get what I'm saying? The boy is mine. So this could be something like this. Oh, all you need to do is keep him away from her and put it on him, and he gonna be yours for 7 years or something. It's something like this. But somebody ain't gonna be able to keep something here. We got this 3 of Cups here where these people are celebrating. Okay, but I feel like it's back to the ashes or back to the bottom for these people. They have to earn that. They can't. This Ace of Pentacles or something that was in the upright is not for these people here. It's to repair. It was to restore something else, not these people in their covens or something like this that was doing this dark magic. So this could even be somebody that's praying for you out because they got a misrepresentation of you. Okay, so let's say this: my person is split in two. When Solomon split that baby in two, we this don't have to be a baby, because they could split somebody's mental in two and make two of them. This could have been just in general. Two girls fighting over a man, a boy, a teenager, whatever this is, a child, a son, a daughter, whatever. But I was just getting something like somebody could have been split. And it would be weird if you had a husband, you just have a one-dimensional way of looking at the world. And you have a high school sweetheart. You guys meet at like your early teens, preteens, early teens. You know each other. You've been through ups and downs or something like this. You spend your life together. Y'all turn around, look at each other. You 50 years old. You done raised most of your kids. They out the house and everything like this. But as you're looking at this on the so-called spiritual lens, or if you start going deeper, it's almost like, yeah, I thought this was the person, but wait a minute. Is what somebody trying to tell me? And now this could be fake, and this could be an illusion that somebody's trying to feed someone. And so we're just using these situations how it's best for me to talk about it. But it's almost like somebody's trying to say, no, what you don't know is Remember that small thing? It could have been something small, like a neighbor coming and yelling at you and your person about a basketball going in a house or something. Somebody trying to say, do you remember a certain incident? This split y'all. The woman that you were when you were in those apartments, that person still lives there. And you like, get the fuck out of here. I remember packing all my stuff. I say I remember packing. I remember packing all my stuff, I think, and moving out of that apartment and moving into our new apartment. What the fuck you mean? And so there's like dual status, citizenship, dual something. Something else was being raised. Like, you were not going to allow this man to spread his royal oath. He wasn't about to be he wasn't about to be fucking with other bitches and still having you, or going and fucking on people and having baby mamas and stuff popping up with you or me. So somebody could have left that person there to feast on or sit or just root themselves into that area and then move you or me away from that area. You don't want to stay there anyway. You're like, can we move a little further away? You and this person move away, and what they left you with was a stalemate, or somebody that's more of a cyborg that's going to do what those people told them to do to finish out this marriage scam. So somebody could have been living poor. They know how to live poor. Somebody was living poor, like in an apartment for a long time, but the amount of money that they got in the Bitcoin, whatever the fuck they've been saving this money up, that's where it's at. So somebody, hold on one second. So I could just get out.
You're just not
I'm
gonna
just
put
gonna.
that thing back, right? It's just
No,
gonna
I
sit there
am.
in the back because when you got the thing plugged in like that,
Mm-hmm.
it loses battery power.
Mm-hmm.
So when you need it,
Oh.
you're not gonna have it.
Mm. Okay.
So that's why you take it apart, put it back in the
Mm-hmm.
bag, and put it back in where it goes. Don't leave it
Okay.
right there. Now listen.
What? What is that? Don't put that nasty thing in here.
Listen. I want you to pick up these cigarette butts.
Oh.
The ones that. Oh.
Oh.
It's your mess.
Oh.
And I hate to have to.
Can I just hire somebody?
I hate to have to treat you like a child, but I'm not giving you any more of those cigarettes until you pick them up.
What do you
You got
mean?
a pile of them there under the car.
Okay, I'm going to get that up, but I
And
don't want
want
to
you
have to
to
get this up
go
in the car.
around and you can pick
All
them
right. Well,
up.
you can talk to me about it later.
And you can pick them up.
Okay, let me
just
finish.
like this.
I'm not about to be picking up no single.
These are
Listen,
yours.
no, you better get a rake or something.
These are yours.
Okay, you better get a rake or something so I can scrape it up into one pile and pick it up
You
or
can
something.
take this and pick
But
them
don't
up.
put that in here.
You can take this and pick them up. It picks them right up.
Oh.
Don't ask for any more cigarettes till they're picked up. I want you to walk around the yard afterwards.
Okay, okay.
Cracks. I want you to do that.
We'll see.
No, we're not gonna. We'll see.
Okay.
You don't have to do it, but don't ask me for no more cigarettes. Don't ask for it.
Oh.
No
Okay.
more cigarette.
Yeah. What you thought. Anyways, so we got dark magic here. Somebody doing some type of dark magic here. Let's see. Good thing I just got a pack. Chariot in reverse. It's like, now, where was I at? Because, he really didn't have to come doing all that shit while I'm on the video or whatever this is. But motherfuckers be acting funny. But anyways, so just imagine that. The person ain't going to be able to do this, X, Y, and Z with you. So they give you the stalemate that's going to stay on the right path. They're not going to bring too much attention. They're not going to piss you off. They're not going to get you in too many arguments. They're going to make sure, you don't know who you are. You don't know how much money you worth. You don't know your net worth. None of that. You know what I'm saying? And so the other person is like still back at the hometown, but they can see you. And they've been stalking you and watching you. They know when you go out of town. He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been. And I was also hearing, I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. So be good for goodness sake. Somebody might have a beard. I'm saying like not even salt and pepper, but like a white beard. Somebody might have a white beard. Anyways, so you have this kind of energy here. Okay. Somebody's trying to kind of like keep you cornered again, try to treat you like a child. Like he just said, I ain't trying to treat you like a child, but don't ask me to get you no more cigarettes if you're gonna be throwing cigarettes in the grass in the yard. Okay, something like this. Okay, and then you realize you just you thought you was an at-home mom, but no, somebody was cornering you as a kid. They was cornering you as a kid all this time or something like this. And that's what I was thinking too with that little baby. This earlier from that video, this don't have to be that you a little baby. This just mean for 2 years, somebody's been treating you like a baby or giving you crumbs or breadcrumbing you, or maybe they used to give you finances to take care of the house every week or something, and it was like $500 or something like this, and then now all of a sudden it's only $100 or something like this, like starving someone. Okay, um I was also picking up like and you're cut off from the outside world. They could find people while they're going through a process with God. This could be the only thing that might keep somebody alive if they are actually walking with God and they're not listening to a demon that's telling them to stay in the house and don't talk to people and don't trust people. You better hope it's God that got you doing that, or else, okay, it's kind of like something like that. Okay, um but so now this person, now you're say like this, you chilling, right? Now you online, you doing your thing or whatever. Most people got the internet, most people online, they be on their phone scrolling. And then you start noticing people that look like your person and other people or something. And it's like, what? And they may be, because I can tell when people are sending messages through me, right? If I spot something online or whatever like this, or somebody do like a TikTok or something, I know when it's just bullshit, and I know when somebody's trying to reach out. It's like the people from the other side, they're just trying to reach out to me. They're trying to get me to see something, right? Um, but just imagine that, right? Say somebody, they had children with you, they scattered your children, but the children that they had with other women in that town that they stayed in, the second half of your man, right? Which again, even in your head, you still cheating. It seemed like these people, these women, since they had to be secluded or in their heads, it seemed like those women are the ones that get the best part of the man. Now, they might have got punched by this man. They might have got a smack by this man. They might have got, you know, breadcrumbed in another way by the man. They could have been cheated on by the man or something. But your reality with this stalemate version of the man is not the same thing. If he was doing something, he did it real good because you didn't find out nothing. You didn't find out anything. If you was doing something, this motherfucker didn't know it. Unless, again, the other half was stalking you. And the other half is loving on his other half now. And said, come on, man. I wanted her to come back here with me, but come on back to me, you other half. And now the woman is left with nothing. And the man and the other half have become lovers of themselves, right? And they're like, oh, I take care of my children like your ass wasn't just over here in a relationship with me for 30 fucking years. And all the having sex that we had as boyfriend and girlfriend, you ain't gonna tell me that no seed was, now that I'm seeing it the way that I'm seeing it now, you're not gonna tell me that it wasn't no seed that was had between me and you, but you thought that I was not good enough to raise your children, but you picked some chicken heads and some hood rats to raise your children. And maybe somebody thought, oh well, this ain't gonna work because you're more sedity or you're more something like this and whatever. Okay, not even with money. We ain't even talking about money. We talking about, just the way that somebody carry themselves or the way they act. And these people seem like they're smarter. The street smart people look like they're smarter. So I want to raise a stock of children that's street smart, and then raise a stock of children or whatever that will be under your. But then again, eventually all them children got taken into the street smart era. It's almost like I'm picking up on something like this. Okay. Not only that, this person was also finagling and messing with, like, say that I'm supposed to be having a body, or this is the way that I, as a child of God, am supposed to be able to operate and function and move shit around in my kingdom. But this is what I'm saying. Somebody moved you out of your kingdom and became you in your kingdom when it comes to calling the shots or manipulating or maneuvering shit around. So this is why I'm picking. And then now you don't even have to physically leave. You will feel the feeling of somebody don't want you around or something like this, or these might be their children. I'm getting that from the Moana deck. I call it the Moana deck, but it's like a Pacific Islander deck. This is like the old man. Now he all old. Now somebody could be trying to change places with me, so they can go on and continue to populate their seed after they slaughtered my seed after they were in a commitment with me. You understand? And I'm God's daughter, right? This is the kind of shit that we talking about, right? Okay. And so this person is, it's like that the old lady that was standing over him rubbing his shoulders, and this man is an old dog with gray hair, and all these badass kids is running around them. It's like dozens of kids at their feet running all around them, doing reckless stuff, hitting on each other and stuff like this, right? So this could be a woman that would be down, like you didn't know you was sharing this man with another woman. I don't give a fuck if it was a robot. I don't give a fuck if it was a computer chip that talked to him when he on his lunch break every single day and every morning on the way to work. I don't give a fuck if it was something that you hook up to your car and say, "Hi, Trevor. What can we do today? Oh, so we're going to lunch around this time. What account did you want me to switch that money over into? I don't give a fuck. Somebody was dealing with something, but it can also answer questions and talk about feelings and all this other shit with the person. Again, people like to put the Brits on the women, but I feel like whatever technology they have allowed men to use is why they're able to do whatever this is. And I don't even think that these could be also foreign men. These are not. And so this is somebody that'll turn around to you and say, "So where you fit in, bitch? Yeah, you was my main female. I had to trick and manipulate, but I met better bitches than you throughout the time. But they all was feeding off the main female. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do? You want to get in line under my other bitches because we was having fun over here and y'all didn't do. You was stale over there in that house. You want to come get in line with my bitches, or what you want to do because we got all your shit over here. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm telling you, and you could never imagine this person talking to you like this, but this is like their clone, right? And so this father maybe there and maybe was there for their kids, in and out of their lives or whatever, like a single father would be, like picking them up, doing little stuff with their sons, hanging out, kicking it, drinking with their sons or whatever. But with your children, they lived in the same house and they didn't do that. Now this is not, we're not saying, because again, we're talking about you not realizing it as some kind of abuse because you just feel like this is the way your family was raised, right? We watch shit like Peggy Bundy them. She was cute prancing around the house with them tight clothes on and stuff like this. But Al got on her nerves, but she cooked dinner still with a cigarette in her mouth. And he sat there and watched, whatever. And then you got your little shit with like, you got your little stuff with like Roseanne and Dan, watching their relationships over the years. There was little things, you know what I'm saying? It was just little things that they had to talk to each other about. Like, Dan, the way you said that or whatever, I just noticed that you come around here, you act like this sometimes. And then the person would, the thing about sitcoms was to teach us some kind of lesson that maybe somebody wasn't saying it like that around you, and when you watch sitcoms, it kind of help you, the Cosby Show. Rudy and her friends. Yeah, Rudy. Oh, I noticed you got that shirt, hiked up a little bit, or you cut the. I told you can't be doing that when Rudy. No, I think one of my favorite ones when Rudy went to like a faraway city or something and snuck out, or Vanessa. Okay, and they had that cute outfit on and everything like this, and then the car got ripped off and all this bad shit happened. You know what I'm saying? The lessons that you learn, because usually it's like before that part, before we even got to that part, they was like, I don't know about these girls, Vanessa. Da 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 da. It's okay. You guys are just. I'm getting older and everything like this. And then it's another thing. Well, okay, now you came in late, and then now the big thing is you said you spent the night over there and you didn't went here, and now look at all this shit that happened. So it's something like this going on here. All right. So that's kind of scary a little bit. That somebody could have been growing, somebody that you were in a commitment with, split themselves, and you know they were growing a whole nother colony. And this could also have something to do with you having a father or feather, or you being a son of God. So this person had to know who you were when they were doing this. Or this is like a Viserian, Rhaenyra kind of thing, because whoever, if they had a version of me over there, she might have been hood and ghetto. She might have, you know what I'm saying? She might have had a veil over her eyes, or it wasn't no need to, because they were kicking up witchcraft and shit around there or something like this, right? And then now these people want to get out of the hood, and they done got all my money, and they spiff themselves up. They throw all the crimes on me after hunting, like, you know what I'm saying? Me or you hunting us down, sneaking in our house, sneaking their little gang members in, doing little shit or whatever, stealing articles of your clothes, putting it at crime scenes to get you wrapped up in the crime. And then they're all gonna, what, you the goody two shoes, but they're all gonna put the crime on you because they got they could be calling this your twin, or this is a clone. It's just a straight up clone. All right. That's just it. Okay. Because in my reality, nigga, you couldn't convince me to break the law for you to do no big goofy ass shit. No. And then again, why was you being so greedy in the first place? Because you already knew that you were stealing somebody's thousands and billions and millions of dollars. You understand? This is like a traveling clique or ring of people that do this shit for a living. Right now, maybe this person at one point in time was thinking they wanted to get back with you, but now that you're a seer like me, right? And then you start picking up on what these people was doing, and now they don't, a hit dog holler, they don't want to look at, they was looking at you like you the end all whatever, but you done said something to piss this person off, or his family, or his, his children, or again, they would call these bastards because those are not the people. And I think that somebody is trying to say, no, this is the one I was married with, you the third party. No, the fuck it's not. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is something about, somebody is that motherfucker right now. And this is where the big thing, something turns around here. Because somebody thought that they were so smart up into the T, right? Somebody thought they were so smart up to the T. But they forgot something. They forgot something. This could also be somebody that was having all these babies, and you was the first one they was supposed to be wanting to have a baby with or something like this because of y'all connection, but they didn't. And now somebody trying to run back around. Yeah. Somebody trying to run back around, and get you to be a part of this coven or whatever this is that they got running in the name of y'all's marriage. Girl, I know you just wrap your head around, try to wrap your head around what I just said. Because somebody want to be the king of pentacles. But your king of pentacles is supposed to be with a queen of pentacles, not with a whole bunch of page of pentacles as your queen of pentacles. So a whole bunch of baby mama pentacles, you know, with your shit. And so somebody may not get this victory here. Somebody may even get death, or something could be trampled over, or they might lose a wife and child or something like this because of some shenanigans that somebody tried to play. All right. So usually I notice if it's a demon or it's somebody that's disconnected from man and they tap back into this stalemate, I can see the difference. Just like he's like, oh, turn off the camera real quick. Oh, let me talk to you. I want you to get out here and pick up. These damn things been on this ground for weeks. He said something to me about it about 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And then now you want to wait until I get it on camera to try to humiliate me or something by talking about. And I'm telling you, again, don't ask me for cigarettes unless it's... Okay, I heard you the first time. But I know the demon is operating in you. Okay? And it just be concerning to me. Because almost like, you know how in those zombie movies when they try to get the person to change into a zombie, and they tell the kid, okay, now it's all right, we're just gonna give you a little bit, or like into whatever the thing is that's invading, I just want, just take a little sip of this juice. Do you like it? And then they're like, yes, she's gonna be one of us by the morning. Try to get you to ingest something to turn. So I think that the same. And then you heard the daughter or the child, yeah, no more cigarettes. Yeah, something, something, something. And they're going running off to the store or whatever. So these people have done something. Bitch, I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all think I'll be playing on this channel. Okay. Somebody trying to make you think, oh no, that person is like, think about it as like that person is Rick. He's a zombie killer or a zombie blocker. No, somebody is a zombie. Somebody is altered or somebody is changed. Okay, somebody's trying to make you calm. That they spit that, how in some of those movies, like the zombie will or the alien will come try to spit something in your mouth or something like this, and then you can't, you don't want it to get in your mouth or something like this because you're gonna turn into one of them. That's the kind of shit that I'm talking about. All right, somebody already got bit by the venom. Something is already altered or changed or something like this, right? And I also noticed that behind me, right here, okay, the fish mailbox, okay, that's what I call those neighbors. What I noticed is that trailer been sitting there since they got a RV that been sitting in their driveway since we moved here. Okay. And all of a sudden that motherfucker is gone. I don't even think I ever seen it leave that driveway. And all of a sudden within the past 24 to 40 hours, that motherfucker is gone. You hear me? So when it's saying that somebody gave up this person or something, or gave up take this holy sword, a gift from God, okay, you shall overthrow the adversaries of my people. I just wonder, I'm wondering here, Okay, because I think the last thing I saw last night was a little boy, and he kind of reminded me of my boyfriend back in the day. And he was like, "I'm trying not to be mean or something like this, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna have to show you something or whatever." But I couldn't tell if he would, because when I get messages, when people want to come to me and they strike me, they do use social media. Okay, so I couldn't tell if that was one that was supposed to go over my head or over my shoulder. If the little boy was like directing that towards me, or if the little boy is telling me that's what I told those people about telling me that I shouldn't work with you. It's three. It's either one of the three, and I still don't know. But I was saying, what if this is what if the father passed away, right? They got some little circuit thing going on from like the old hometown from Illinois to Milwaukee, these underground kings or something. And the father actually finally passed away. I said finally, so somebody might have been sick the whole time. The whole thing is, if you're the mother, when my daughter said to me that time, "Mom, you're not like other moms or whatever," that kind of let me know. That kind of, I just thought about that, what she said, and it made me think the real main female that's worth the most value or the abundant one, your children even got cult for somebody, and your look alike, possibly. They also know, other women that are a part of this cult, and these people be it's like they try to get the children to walk away from the main female. So the main female is the juice that get the whole thing going, but she's the one that's oblivious the whole time. All these other women, this is like Hera and Zeus, okay? But I could say on a spiritual level, or me being a fountain, it could be the same thing with me, because whoever the masculine energies that I would have dealt with or had a crush on, or if the aliens thought that it was right for us to mate or something, I might have talked to somebody briefly for like 6 months, 3 weeks, or something like this, right? And then these people create these, they're that could be a form of breeding. Okay, now say these are people, some of these people we're talking about, people that was changed or castrated, or they were defective or something as a child. Somebody did genital mutilation or something to them, and so they're not able to procreate or create like the rest of the people. All right, so this is what we're kind of talking about right here. All right, so it's something like that. But I feel like even when these things, if this person was separately having that kind of lifestyle, at some point in time he was still, or she was still having access to you. So the feeling that we could be picking up on as to somebody having access to you, or humping on you, or having you brought into the cattle barn to, have you how they want to, and brainwash you and send you back home, and then take that energy and give it back to all their girlfriends and baby mamas and wives and other bitches in the community. Do you know what I'm saying? So this could be, I was picking up that this might be the feeling that we're having. Now, whoever was doing that, this may be the person that's now down. This could be the grandfather or the father or whatever this is here. And now the child is like, "Oh, I'm not," because somebody kept on telling me, "I'm not my father's child. I'm not my father's child." So this could be getting kind of messed up, because if their father was a liar, he could have been telling these children some shit just to get his way, just to make what he was doing look like this is the way to do something. Yeah, it says the kingdom, his successor, and then the king, being enraged, provoked with the man's wicked accusations, wrote to Nican. See, that's why I say, see, somebody could be a pissed. Yeah, look, I didn't even know that that was under there. This could be a young boy that's pissed off about something that I'm saying. But see, it's the thing is whatever started between me and this person. You know, you know what I'm saying? But these children could have even been watching me secretly over the years or something like this. But I don't know none of them. You understand? In my own fucking kingdom, right? And it's almost like, "Oh, you told us that Eliza's them," I'm just making up names, "that she ran away, or she did this, or she went to jail all this time," or something like this. What you mean? And this could, your children is making me think about Manasseh, Joseph, and Joshua again. Manasseh being the root energy, okay, that's deeply rooted in the soil, a old bloodline, right? Which would be mine or me. And then like this, the Joseph and the Joshua energy being like the boyfriend and then his brother or something like this, right? That's why I'm starting to see kids in my feed that look like both of them. But I don't know these kids. But why wouldn't I know these kids when I've been going to in their father's house and being with these people since I was knowing, seeing them. I won't say knowing them because I guess I didn't, but do you see what I'm saying? This is some deep shit that we talking about, y'all. Okay. And so, now there's a problem. It's making me think about when my dad was like, yeah, Anna don't want to do it like this, da 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 da. And then he's like, yeah, because it could be a problem. Something happened to me. I'm just letting you know right now, whatever, that they starting to, try to write up some will or something, or they starting to do something. They doing stuff with our properties and notarizing stuff. They're doing stuff like this. Like that could be asking for help or something, or I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, okay? Because I've never heard him talk like that ever. But I feel like the dad, that's just a shell. The dad is already gone. They just want me to say shit like this on camera. Now he didn't say who's having. You see what I'm saying? My dad had a will 20 years ago. So what I know who this is, because my dad 20 and 15 years ago had a will supposedly. But whatever this is that they got sitting there looking like my dad, for him to say that, that's like, is they brainwashing him? Or what the fuck is going on? You see what I'm saying? It's not like the people gonna necessarily change fully. It's whatever is hosting the skin that's on these fucking people. You understand what I'm saying? This could be what we're dealing with. So somebody could be upset. This could also be these people like, oh yeah, one of the other kids that's over there with Shalonda is all growing up now. She's 15 or whatever, and she's beautiful. And then all the little boys y'all chose your side, right? You chose your side, and then now all of a sudden I got something you want. You gonna take that too? Like these are just takers. They don't give. I'm just picking up on who these people are or something like this here. All right. They've built something that they feel is solid. It's kind of rowdy. These people don't feel like they have no rules. You could have been very stern with your children. Don't do this, X, Y, Z, whatever. But when they get over there, they can do whatever they want and they get bailed out or whatever this is. So this could be like people running rampant in a city. They don't know what discipline feel like. This could be somebody, and I told y'all, they were raising this group of people up when I was younger. That's why I feel like they chose the best friend, because she didn't have respect with her parents. They chose the boyfriend. He didn't have respect with his parents. So they did this shit on purpose. And they could have let these people grow up in the underbelly of a city, and that's the same feeling. This is also somebody that could have thought, like when you tell them stories like, oh, when I was little and I was around the corner and these little boys jumped on me, and then my cousin then went over there and they rolled on, and this person like, I never felt that before. Because now somebody's like, oh, I want to feel. So it's kind of like there's not a body, but this same person is fucking around. You see what I'm saying? Saying these same things. Like when I was, oh, I wish it was like that. Damn, you got a big ass. Damn, every time we meet somebody, it's your fucking cousin. Damn, damn, damn. So these people could have stopped and started creating a long time ago. Do you see what I'm saying? To try to get caught up to me. And then now it's like, what was the last thing that I just said? It's like, now the person realized that they had love with me, and then they did all this hoeing around or whatever and doing this and spreading their seed, or they brought their oats. We'll just call them oats, okay? Because I don't want to call them royal oats because you left your queen behind. So that's really the royal. So these children ain't royal oats. They just oats. And this might even be what God said, that they trying to climb up, and these people found you and start bullying you for years in a row until you figured out what was going on and you started fighting back with your words, or with your words as a spear. And then they want to say, oh, bitch, fuck you, or something like this or whatever. Because I think some of these women admired the woman from a distance too. And they know the dad or whatever, or this shit that they was doing, it wasn't shit. Or they wasn't shit for being caught over there with that person. Especially if these are some people that you grew up with as your best friends and stuff like this. And at 15 years old, they split these people and let them go on or something like this and start building this brood of people or something like this. Okay, and it's out. You see, so when it says we should not mix with us, we should not share seed with them or whatever like this could be something like this here, right? So now everything is so secret with children because, they online. Everything is online. Parents ain't got all day when they 15 and 16 years old to be looking at what they looking at, talking about what they talking about. Some of these kids are also the demons of the They're like the dawn of the dead. These are actually our grandmothers and stuff like this that was fucking with our life and hackling with our lives, or other people's grandmothers or other older women that have found out that they could get in, or skinwalkers. They got in new bodies called your supposed children, okay, by crisscrossing or cross contaminating the DNA. And then now those children, are pretending like it's your 15-year-old daughter, but you might be watching the moves between the daughter and the father change kind of a little bit, when the father and the daughter should be going in the other direction and not wanting to hang out with each other and be alone with each other and be weirded out by each other or something like this. And now you're noticing that the daughter and the father are getting close. So around 15, the daughter usually is doing something else. They don't be doing that. Even with the mother, they don't want to be around the mother. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to be around the mother. And I'm getting that there's something about these demons that they first push up on the mother. Even daughters, okay, the daughters, they first push up on the mother. They do inappropriate things in front of the mother to see if the mother will be a pedophile. If the mother don't, then they have no choice but to go up to the father. I'm telling you, we're dealing with, this is an invasion. This is something else that we're dealing with here. We're already at the tail end of it, or whatever this is. Okay. So somebody could be saying that somebody's like a superhero. No, this is a walker killer. And somebody is actually a walker or something like this. Somebody's name could even be Walker. Okay. Autumn Walker, Fall Walker, Spring Walker. Oh, yeah. Dark magic. I'm telling you. Somebody's trying to say that somebody is your not your doppelganger. We had to be careful. Your clone. Yeah. So still, a person that is not in your family, that is not a part of your tribe, and you are a very important piece to this tribe, they are responsible. If you are a god and they're not, somebody let that person play God, not only with their DNA and their own vassal and their own pathway, but they also allotted these people my pathway, which is a very potent pathway only for gods. This person had, or queens and kings, or empress and emperor. This person had the pathway of a gesture. This is where we're having a problem with this gesture jamboree cult shit, acting, or these people that's of smaller stature or something, acting as though that they're emperors, or maybe like, gnome people or hobbit people or something like this, acting like, or people of smaller, they're naturally of smaller stature just in general. This is why it's something like this. Okay. So somebody could be trying to steal me from the biblical and put me in something that's esoteric, or something that's witchy, and something that's whimsical and witchy, and supposed like fake, like I don't know what you could call it. It's not esoteric to me either. Mythical-ish, Harry Potter-ish, magical. Somebody's trying to bring me into that arena. Okay, but it's, what I'm saying is still biblical. Okay. So this could be something like this. All right. So somebody could be mad about what I'm saying or something like this. It could also have hurt this person, because this is like a father. I'm hitting on something like, it was like, I think Henry of Spain or something like this. He had that wife or whatever, that beautiful wife. Then he got another one, and then that one was jealous of the other one. But then when he got old and kind of like dried up or whatever, then he wanted to apologize to one of the other women. She was the one. She was the one. So this is like somebody got all the women in the broods there or whatever, but you that one. You know what I'm saying? He look at you like God, or he looked to you for guidance, but he not realizing what he raised there. And I'm not talking about this particular situation at all, because I don't know these people, but I was just hearing that when calamities happen, if these were killing and were just automatic killers and going around, actually they say this is the Jews, but look, it says the people of the Jews. I think that's what got us on a tangent, because the Jews could have been out of line with a certain group of people, and somebody prayed to have them exterminated or something. But let's just find out, was it why was this child praying for the people of the Jews? That means that these are the people that the Jews would have been in ownership with. Or should the people of the Jews or should they been praying for the Jews because the people of the Jews got out of hand with whatever they was creating for the past 40 years, and these beings are not acting like God's children, and God is like, that's not nothing that's mine. You better get the motherfuckers up out of here. Article 44 or 45 or 46 or not, y'all know the protocol. We tried. I extended the time. I let the motherfucker sit here long enough. I didn't even tell my daughter about it. I was fair enough. She didn't even do nothing to stop it. You can blame my daughter or nothing like this. No. No. See, because I'm telling you, somebody gave somebody something here. Or someone, Ada Swartz. They're trafficking these children and cloning and trafficking them right out of the neighborhood. Right out of suburbia. USA is what I'm picking up on. Yeah, fiercely and barbarously. Let's see. After this, there appeared also another man, admiral for age and glory, and varied with great beauty and majesty. Then Onias answering said of the people of Israel, this is he that prayeth much for the people, for all the holy city. So now you got the people, the people of the Jews, and then you have the people of Israel, and then you have the people of all the people and for all the holy city. That's three different sections of people. And it says Jeremias. So this could also be if they took my daughter. Okay, when I got married, my daughter was 3 years old, my oldest, and this is what's making me think that something is deeper here. They was doing tricks with kids a long time ago, switching kids out or womb magic. Okay, but it's making me think that even if it ain't the person that was in the marriage with me, or it's like this, what I keep telling y'all is the marriage night something happened where they fled away with this daughter, right? And with the person that was actually holding my hand at the marriage, because she had a junior bride dress. We put it in the ceremony as like this junior bride dress. We didn't put it in the ceremony. She just walked down the aisle with me. I think she walked down the aisle with me. Okay. Or she walked, she was like a flower girl, but it was called a junior bride dress. So she had a mini wedding dress on, but there was nothing to incorporate. Because she was my daughter, I just wanted her to have that. Okay. And then my little supposed half sister, she had on like a baby blue dress, I think, as a flower girl. So, but they walked together, right? But I just wanted the daughter to have a mini dress. I just thought she looked so pretty in it. Okay. So, um, but see what I'm saying? This is where before I looked at marriages as like some type of ritual or some kind of trap. Okay. Even the paperwork filing, a trap. I didn't look at it like that at the time. Now I look at it differently, right? After doing my own research. So, okay. So this could be the child that want to make me feel pain because I never knew that this child was taken. Now she could be amongst the people that clone and shit. So it's nothing for her to see somebody getting cloned or something, or maybe she realized the reality of it, or maybe something like this, right? Or at some point in time, these people are told the truth about something. But I'm the grown ass mother head of and I didn't know nothing about this. And see, that's why I feel like these people is going to try something here. Page of Swords energy. Like they all like just drove away like the circus now. They've been planted in these houses for like 20 years, waiting for this day. 15 years, waiting for this day. And they think that they're going to dump all their sins on me, the Christ that was oblivious of all this shit the whole time. But to have me talk about it for 2 years straight. The baby that's being birthed or the little child could be me out in the, just in the garden speaking this information. You understand? It's enough for somebody to think you know a lot about our Indians, or it makes me think about the book The Spring when he's like, damn, Esther, you know a lot about our Indians, and she's like, no, I only know a little bit or whatever. But she was supposed to be like the granddaughter or something like this, or she was supposed to be communicating with Black Hawk in that book. That was she was supposed to have like a deep rooted something with these people. Now, the castrating of people, that could mean like, why didn't this girl know more about Black Hawk and them, or why shouldn't, if they knew that it was Black Hawk's granddaughter or something, why wouldn't she know something? Because somebody must not have been raised around their family, or they were raised separate, or they was raised separate from this type of information. You see? Okay? So this makes me think, so with this, that means that these, maybe these Gemini, this is their tradition to do something, this re energy, this could also be this cousin Nisi, and then Maya, that could be this daughter. These also could be, this could be about the luminaries lining up, okay, or something like this. All right, or water energy. Okay. And and what I'm gonna say, and building something underneath the nose here. Now somebody could have already started this shit. Like, this could be something that they're doing, something that's been going on for the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Okay. And now they're trying to suck me back into either media, looking at the news, paying attention to the news and talking about that, or they're trying to suck me back into talking about the Bible and just staying in the Bible and try to say, see, it's your fault. You went and you started talking about tarot. It's still biblical. There's other people in the world that's understanding this on a whole different level. If whatever coming out my mouth, it's biblical. I'm guaranteed it's biblical. You see? Everybody, I gave everybody a chance, or God used me as a tool and cocked the thing this way a little bit. Let me spit out some shit over here, cocked it this way, let you, just enough for you to get an understanding. Because Jesus was just dropping gems, and these people were supposed to go off and do greater things with them, right? The gem would be me giving you my name. And then for the people that are supposed to be working in the government, because I was hearing that it's like all these years of freedom from the United States been free from what? America? Huh. It's some interesting shit, because words hit my brain different, you know, or they're starting to. You see? It's always done that. But it's almost like somebody turned it off, or tried to turn off my faucet or my Ace of Cups for a minute. Right? After they learned the way, or learned some type of way of speaking. Mm. Yeah. So, Holy City, okay. Okay. Prophets. We got ET of God. Okay, hold on. Jeremiah is the prophet of God, or ET of God. But there's words missing there too. Whereupon Jeremiah stretched forth his hand. All right. Look, that's what I'm saying. Look at this. Whoever this is maybe locked up saying some stuff, okay? Or you don't even realize that you're being bound, and you're being, plotted on or something. That could be the Eight of Swords too. And now this person lift up their hand, or somebody lifted up a woman to try to check me. Okay? See? So we dealing with the way that they using science to grow these children. Like, you could have somebody have a baby today, and by tomorrow they can make that children look 10 years old. So somebody's like, oh, you a dinosaur, bitch. We didn't already produce 3 or 4 generations up under you. But it's not normal. It's not natural. It's not like God was making family trees and it take time. And, your grandma and them did this or whatever. And then they slowly, naturally had you and your aunties and cousins. And, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You and your grandma and them had your auntie and them. You witnessed your mom having you. You, like, not witnessed it, but your mom had you. And when you were about 2 or 3, your mom had your sister. And then you saw your auntie have your cousin Chucky. And you saw this uncle was got this lady pregnant. And you saw this, and you saw that, and you saw that. And then when you got 15, bitches your age start getting pregnant. You seen the girl at school get pregnant. You seen yourself or somebody else get pregnant. Your cousin get pregnant. Then they had children. And then now those children is having children. And I lost track after that. The girls my age, like my cousin them, Danielle and them, all us like this, I met they kids, or they older kids, or the kids we was having like in the early 90s. If they had any more after that, I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure now those children are having children, and I don't know them. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is because of the loosening. When the families was in the 80s, it was tight like this, and then now it's loosening here. But I'm pretty sure with these covens and stuff like this, they try to still have festivals or get together, or they try to keep a close family knit. It's almost like they're living how we were living in the 80s. Somebody didn't get a chance, so they opened up a spot to live like we lived in the 80s, so they can experience that. Because when they grew up, they didn't have. This is a time. Somebody is a time walker or something like this. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody does this or something. Now, they didn't want to experience it with you because they feel like you already experienced it, even though God told them to experience with you. See, if they were going to go and do this, you were the one that was supposed to go with them. But they wanted to be in charge. And then they wanted to also be in charge of you in this dimension. Somebody is so, I don't know. So we got lovers here. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. Like I said, this could also be one of these person's children that's like, I want that one. The person could be trying to trap you and then tell you, you better not do nothing. You can't go nowhere. You can't do this. Somebody could be trying to allow for this to happen because I'm telling you, these people are working with something else here. Some kind of technology that, like, when you fall asleep, somebody is even invading my dreams to somebody is even invading my dreams to make decisions for me dreams and act like I made those decisions. It's like a web. So when we talking about when John Ramsey said in his thing, oh, I didn't know what to do because the knot that they tied around her, it was so tight. But the knot or the ring or the click or whatever is remember we read in the Bible, that Bible verse, the knot that he tied is the thing that's going to basically destroy it or shatter or bring everything to the halt, or it's the thing that's going to this could also be a binding ritual to bind someone. It's going to be the thing that brings it down because, like I told y'all, with these gangs, let's say the Menalawa gang or something like this, usually when you find these people, both of their hands is cut off. You know what I'm saying? They leave that little trait or something like this. Something is helping people see about something here. All right, but we got the Page of Swords here. Two people could be also in whatever this is that we're talking about. You're on one side of the dimension and the other person's on the other side of the dimension. Like Dancing with Wolves, or them little love stories that came up, like an Apache Indian or something falling in love with a Caucasian girl. It's something about the dynamic is different, or an older woman and a younger woman, and then somebody seeing why the dad liked this woman back then, or would have, like this person, and try to bind this person. Maybe the dad was a foreseer and he knew that in the future nobody with this son from a second or third generation would come up and be like this with this person. Okay, so I don't know. This could also be somebody trying to say that you like a white walker or something. We done strapped this bitch down. We done did this. We done blindfold her, and she's still talking. We gotta cut this bitch head off. But I'm telling you, somebody didn't do a justice to these people here. All right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because I feel like if this person to do that, this is the wrong thing to do. It's a false judgment here. Okay, and again, it's showing that you was not a lover with this person, or this is not somebody. The father could have made a mistake by splitting up the people, right? One woman in one state and one woman in another state or something. And so there's no lover situation between, no, you bore that there with them or with her or something, or with that other me or whatever. That's something is not my, you see what I'm saying? So it's something that they did right here where this person is not, or this person could have left us lover situation and then they want to come over to you or your child or something. But the dynamic here is that somebody think that they're gonna play on your top because you looking like this, you with the 8 of Swords, you bound and stuff. If this person think they're gonna play with you, or they're gonna come and just kill you without you seeing, then that's a wrong judgment here. All right. So again, stretch forth his right hand and gave to Judas the sword of gold, and saying, take this holy sword as a gift from God. Okay. Uh, Wherewith thou shalt overthrow the adversaries of your people, Israel. So I don't know. This could be something like this because somebody could be wanting you to help these people. Okay. They could realize, okay, maybe we was lied to or something like this. Yeah, they want to go to this is like a mothering energy here. Because these people might like whip these kids into shape of like working or something. Like hustle or something, or grind was the best thing. But yeah, a little bit of that. That's what I'm saying. Whoever did that, they shouldn't have split it up like that. Yeah, because look, if they think these careless women that was having sex with the children and beating on them and smacking them and beating on them and being abusive and mentally abusive and manipulating and brainwashing and mind controlling, this was not the right way. It fell in the reverse. Okay? Or somebody and they realizing that the person raised them was mentally ill and tormenting them and doing all these things that the mother is not supposed to do. It's almost like somebody splitting a queen in half, a lower vibrating part, and also grooming that person to be wicked, and then an up, like, leaving the good part out, and then wondering what they have here. Because I'm getting that Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Um, Somebody don't want to finance this person anymore. I don't know if somebody found out what somebody was doing here. Yeah, we got an Emperor in reverse. I don't know, man. It's like almost like somebody's supposed to bring you something or bring you a portion of something or something like this. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of tacky because, you have to look at this man. Now, this could be a man that you've seen as the emperor at one point in time. But the fact that you had to fight your battle by yourself the way you had to, and this person took anything personal, if they really loved you all this time or whatever, like they said they was and playing in your face, nah, motherfucker, like your real colors just came out or something like this because how you gonna take a bitch word over my, you know what I'm saying? That's why, it's just not a good idea with polygamy or whatever it is here. It's just not. It's just not. Mm-mm. And even if this is this Keith energy or this brother, or this clone of this person trying to walk in that suit and trying to act like that brown person, that brown boy with that Pocahontas tattoo on their thigh is me. Even if it was, where have it been? You hear what I'm saying? I don't trust these people here. Mm-mm. Nobody want to find out that you thought life was about getting a hold of your life and and you always couldn't move forward because somebody had split you into four pieces and made sure that you the one that don't get to experience life. So you just was sitting here like a dog, a elf on the shelf all this time. Even the little shit you thought you was doing to live, you was not. Somebody else been living it up in your name. Excursions. I'm hearing fancy and shopping sprees. I did it for her. So somebody could be even trying to rub it in your face here. All right. So somebody's not going to be stealing something. They could have perished or they're going to perish or something for something that they did. Nine of Pentacles energy here in reverse as well. Mm. Yeah, we got the energy in the grave here. All right. And then we got this comet this force of something going through the air here. I don't know if they tried to bury somebody or they thought that was it and this caused something else to go on here. All right. Yeah, two caskets here. The two or something here in reverse. I don't know. These could be twin children. Like I said, somebody could have buried your twins for a wicked woman as a sacrifice to get into some type of sector. They could have said that you did this. Okay, you could have been in jail because somebody exhumed. These people had this shit all planned out, and somebody exhumed. But it's the crazy bitch that this person is with, and this could be why you can't see is because somebody tried to blame this death, like you killed both of your kids. Somebody came in, a gruesome thing was discovered. Two children was unalived, and the lady got sent to. But maybe this is the reality of the person that looked finer than you or kept a nice body that's being over there with this nigga. But that ain't my motherfucking reality. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this family or this group or this town could have did this to your children. So in 20 years, they could say, see, You exhume them bodies, it's them kids. But the whole thing is, how do you explain somebody being a queen of pentacles here? That's what I said about these stars doing other kind of paperwork, etherical, weird paperwork, to be getting, you don't even know that you have seed with these people, but to be getting some type of access to your child, some kind of shared custody. And if they're dealing with something on another level, heavenly, using heavenly influence or any kind of aircraft or something, or any kind of otherworldly or interdimensional something, and you are a mom that can go through those places, this is when something turns real bad here. I don't know, somebody trying to say, like, yeah, I cloned you and this is what this bitch did. But I don't think that this is the case either. I think that somebody, that this person, his best bitch, his main bitch, that ain't the wife, but it's the one that, everybody know that on that realm where these people live at, she's that bitch. In the spiritual, the person that we peer in and we watch on camera, that's the head bitch. I can't even really see her in real life. But this bitch that's next to me, that's my bitch. You know what I'm saying? This could be somebody like that. Okay. Now, we're not saying that, or we're agreeing with, I'm just picking up scenarios here. It's just like scenario Saturday, motherfucker. Okay, let's just name it that. Scenario Saturday. This could even be somebody that went to the other side and seen such wickedness on their way, or they got in such big trouble with God that if they wish they could go back and talk to their children or something like this, they would try to do something different or something. But somebody might know, as crossing over, that if this is what you raised or something like this, something is not going to be good. Okay, so this could be also somebody trying to pray for these people here. All right. So we got the Empress. They could have sent a child through some kind of something here, or it's almost like, how when you have a child catch a wild animal or something like this, and you might keep like a lizard you found it outside, they catch it, keep it in the cat, and you be like, okay, you got to take that shit back outside. This thing supposed to be outside, you know. Don't, it's not, it's a wild animal, it was outside, we didn't go to the pet store and get that. You got to let that thing go after like a, you can keep it in that jar tonight, but put that motherfucker back out there tomorrow. And then you might go out and they're like, but please, I don't want to, or something. And, okay, we'll go over to that one field over there that you like to go to with that creek right there by the thing. And he's going to be real happy over there. Put the thing up in there and we're going to drop it off over there tomorrow. Okay. And so the person like, okay, the child is like, okay. So this could be a situation where your children could have been a part of these groups that experience watching their self go off into another direction in the world. It's like these people want to say, oh, for no reason, but I'm not doing any of this for no reason. I'm telling you about what I picked up on, or what these people is doing, and you ain't telling me that they ain't doing it. And so somebody's like, well, we're going to teach you, we're going to take over the world. We're not going to let you be existing or something. But like I said, all these people are rotten for doing what they're doing in the first place. You're only doing it to somebody because they had some type of title, or because they was a royal or something like this. This could be the most innocent royal person in the family. They was not even raised with the royal family, and y'all, they was raised with y'all. Or were you seeing this person and you still wanted to abuse this person? So think about the nature of your people and see why I'm saying what I'm saying. And that's just the truth. You know why. Okay. So somebody could have experienced they're like, okay, we got your clone ready. Because tell me, the main female is the one they want out in the cold, not knowing what's going on, while her kingdom is being overrun or overthrown, right? Um, so your children may have seen shit in this world that you supposed to be working with, or that you supposed to see. Okay. And once a child feel like they higher than, oh, I heard my mom saying that she was Christ, or I heard my mom saying that she's God, or she's the living God, I'll show her. And so these people uprank these children with technology to abuse their mother on a level where I can't prove, hey, oh, they just abused me. Go ahead and take them to their father's house and stone them to death. How? Where? We didn't see this. But that's what they're doing. Somebody is holding somebody fucking hostage. There's also another one of these masculine clones, the one that I'm married to. This person is being held by a mommy Watson energy, or they was a wannabe god. Like, this person got power now, and ain't nobody knocking it, right? The reason why nobody was fucking with you for the past 10 or 15 years could be because of this person. I'm not gonna spend a day on this earth knowing that somebody is trying to tell me if you don't kiss me, you don't suck my dick, or you don't do this, you're not gonna feel safe in your own skin, even if you 100% innocent and you ain't out here fucking with people. You ain't putting your hands on nobody, you're not charging nobody, you're not running up on people, but you about to have to worry for your life because I'm gonna send a gang towards you. Do you get what I'm saying? This is the shit that we're talking about here. Like, just ain't gonna work for me for 1 second. You gonna have to fuck around, kill me. Then I don't know what you're gonna have to do, because it's not gonna, I'm not doing it. So, like, and if you could come in my face and make me do it, then you would have been, I guess, already did that. My clones and torture them and torment them underground or wherever in the background. I mean, that's just how I'm looking at it. Somebody's trying to kill family members or people around you, they don't know that God already cut them people off. There's nobody important to this person. Not like that, because everybody said their goodbyes. Everybody showed where they stood. Everybody showed they didn't give a fuck about this chosen one. And so now the chosen one got to think about themselves, and people feel some kind of way like that. Because you had access to the chosen one, and the chosen one didn't even know you had access to them all their life. They was fighting and they didn't even know what fighting is. It's just, it's like, how cliche, even if they're trying to say, well, oh, because I feel like a lot of women are jealous of their young daughters. I never was, and somebody's like, they're using that too. Like, ain't that too bad? You should have been jealous of them. It would have kept this person entertained. Ew, I'm not entertained about you. Once I find out that you was looking at my daughter and you wanted me to be jealous of her. What kind of fucking man is this? And then you was mad when I wasn't? Or these people still had access to view your children or whatever, and not you. What all do you want, motherfucker? Do you want to be me? Like, what all do you want? What all do you want? Because a mother that's not jealous of it, because I've seen it. Like, a woman with teenage children, teenage girls, and then she be good, but she might catch that man looking at one of her teenage daughter ass, but she will still date him, right? And then still have him around or something like this, and be feeling some kind of way and start treating her daughter different. There's some of us, we could have been with a person, or our person could have been the Lord of hosts, and that, no, you never caught that man looking at your daughter's booty, but there could be something about his energy or something else vibrating in that person where something else in that person was. So this gets deeper, okay? And doing this and ramming it in your child all the whole, you never caught this person doing nothing weird. You never caught room doing nothing. The child never cried or told you, oh, this is going on, nothing like this. But something could have been going on with your child still. And I'm telling you, in some of these cases, that because that's not your child. Okay? These are women cloaking themselves. Okay? So that was the short part, and I think there's one more part when I go in the house that we'll read. But that's what I was thinking here. Somebody could be taking somebody by somebody said that it's your friend or whatever, but I don't know if this is true. Somebody could be taking you could be very sharp or accurate about something, and somebody could be trying to take some from you. Something like this. They could be on the run. It could be your body. Think about that case a couple years ago with the guy and the girl got that RV or whatever. I don't think Casey. No, I don't remember what her name is. I ain't even gonna try. And then they went off into the desertous area or something like this, and then they found her body later on or something. It's giving me that. So we could be up for another ritual like that. All right. This was like within the past 2 years they were talking about this story a lot. Okay, and they was showing us like them going into the store, into Bucky's or something like this as a couple. And then they was in little arguments and stuff, and then somebody called the police, and the girl wanted to be separated from him, but everybody looked at this couple like, oh my God, they're so cute, and then they go out on these trips and stuff like this. So I don't know. Somebody that could have been a forewarning here. Somebody could have been put on the other side putting this shit together. Now, yes, a crime like that could have happened to this young lady. I'm not going to take anything from that, but this could also been, since this is more ritualistic crimes or death crimes, there's another one coming up. You see what I'm saying? It could be another one, and that's why we're talking about it right now. Or we didn't realize something when that case happened, and you're maybe going to find something about it through your own means over here or something like this, one visible clue, right? Okay. Because I feel like somebody talks about stuff, but they don't do it way here. Okay. And I don't like to do it at all because I feel like these people know exactly what happened in these cases. Why are you trying to waste people that's supposed to be changing the world's time with great minds and trying to make us and force us into tarot readers? And motherfucker, I got a label of the president on my back and the motherfucking queen. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't care what you're doing. You're not reducing me anywhere. Yeah, we got social discrimination. I'm telling you. All right. Androgyny and then ignorance here. Somebody's trying to socially discriminate against someone here. Okay. Because of greed and murder. All right. Like, these are entities that know they can't even be with you for real. The cord is severed or something like that. They severed it, or they're the reason why the cord can't be put back, and they're gonna just sit there and just, I don't know, pester you for the rest of your life. Okay, you didn't let them in the door anyway. And then you have pastors that's mad because people want to hear what you got to say instead of what they say, so they trying to call you a witch and hang you and all this other stuff or whatever like this. But no, you should just did something different instead of the same stale old thing that people been doing for 200 years. And trying to keep the secret to yourself so you can elevate you and your family off this information, and then all your people. But who's paying your way? Those people at that church congregation. And you keeping them sleep unless they pay to get into the back room where y'all really talk about the real shit that they need to be focused on from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. So somebody would rather make you seem like something here. Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. Can't be sneaky about something. All right. And then we got death in reverse here. This could also be somebody having, because this make me think about that record keeper guy that helped that lady and them get away on that show. The pregnant lady get away. This man, the chubby one. It kind of remind me like if this is your man or my man, they went underground, they got chubby. You know, like in a cute, pudgy way or something like this. Okay. It may not look the same or something like this. But this person ain't being sneaky and somebody ain't dead. Okay. So this could be somebody coming up and telling you it's okay. Has it ever been? Because if this family is keeping you out of your reality and they keep every time y'all have a child, say that this got something to do with the good or the bad, or the father side or the mother side, or the family members by blood or the in-laws. If these people keep on getting the good stock or something and using them for their things, and this nation is split already because somebody wanted to be stingy and greedy and run the whole thing, and me not even be able to run anything. And that's the choice of murder. That's premeditated murder of these type of gods or these type of energies. So you didn't give a fuck about that. And then you want to breed or you want to extend or you want to exert the children that look like your favorite whore better than your wife or your main female. I don't really agree with it because it's not even your kingdom then. Now I got to figure out, wait, hold on. So somebody could be even just putting a false felony or something on your record, or this is what could have happened. Say you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend and they had a felony, but they are part of this scam group. Okay. Every scam group don't look like ruthless like thugs, okay? But say that they're a part of this thing. That person had a felony, you didn't, okay? You ain't never been to jail like that, probably for a parking ticket or something, just to scare you because you got. It never should have went that far what they did to me at 19, but whatever, okay? I don't call it going to jail. I feel like it was a traffic stop with a scare tactic. That's what I call it. I don't want to keep saying that because people are going to try to take a word bite out and try to act like I said I was in jail. I don't have no record, okay? That's what I'm saying, okay? So, but somebody else could have. They took that thing and whited out that person's name and put your name on there. And then they make this person into the chief or into the president. And then they put you in this situation where you're not being heard, seen, felt, known, or anything. Like, I don't know. Somebody could be planning on doing that. Hold on one second. Somebody could be planning on doing